YLE. We've got push-ups in the workout today, so we're going to go over what constitutes a good push-up and what constitutes a bad push-up and how to address your form and scaling so that you can complete this motion successfully. So Anna's on the floor here and she's going to show us what a good push-up looks like. What we're looking for is arms locked out to full extension, physically touching that chest to the floor and driving back up to full extension. Notice that she's got a nice tight plank through the core. The body's moving all at once. All right, we don't want to see the hips moving independently. We don't want to see the shoulders moving independently. Everything is nice and tight. She's also got a nice neutral spine. All right, she's not looking up or tucking that head down. She's got a nice neutral spine going through that motion. Okay, so here's a couple common flaws that we see with push-ups. First is going to be the nice inchworm move. So that's where you kind of have your shoulders coming up first and then you're following through with that core, but it's not staying tight. So she's just kind of working her way up out of it. And we want to avoid that. This is a really great way to work your core and stay strong through the middle if you're working this push-up correctly. So make sure that you keep that core tight. Number two we see is kind of backing out of the bottom of your push-up. So if you're pushing those hips back and up and then kind of driving your way out of it. Okay? So if you have an issue with either of these push-ups, your main problem is probably going to be core stability and overall strength for this movement. So we can talk about a couple ways to scale the push-up to make you successful at it. The easiest way to do it is just drop to your knees. So as Anna's done, she's putting her knees down, keeping her toes up, and this is basically just taking off a component of weight, and she's doing the same motion. Notice she's got that tight core again now, the spine is neutral, she's still got that full range of motion, chest to the ground, full extension in those arms, okay? So that's the easiest way to scale a push-up, and I would highly recommend you come here first and then work your way up in strength. The final piece of the push-up puzzle is going to be hand position. Notice here Anna's got her hands very wide, and when she goes into that push-up, she's using very small muscles in the front of her shoulders. This is going to be very inefficient, especially when you're trying to do high reps or very quick repetitions. So a better way to go is to move your hands in, get those hands right underneath your shoulders, right on top of the chest, and you're going to drive those elbows in closer to your sides. This is going to let you use more muscles in your back and get more muscles engaged in this process. So the final scaling technique you can use for your push-up, if you're still not ready to go from your knees, is to use the wall as your assistance. Okay, so Anna's here planked out against the wall. The plank position is going to be the same. Keep your core tight through the movement. Just lean yourself against the wall, and you're going to go for that same range of motion. Okay, range of motion is going to be the key here. We're going to develop the muscles all the way through that full extension of the arms. Get your chest as close to the wall as you can, and then drive yourself back off the wall.